every single partner started life as a competitor because they all designed their own microprocessors. We said we are going to we're going to create the global standard that you can use and not do it yourself. So for those engineers working on their microprocessors, we were a threat. So we'd have the chief executive who'd see the vision of ARM and what we're going to do, but he's got all these 100 engineers working on stuff that's a direct competitor to ARM. So what I would do is say, Dwight Decker, by the way, was one of the guys whose name comes to mind, Rockwell. Dwight, instead of having your 100 engineers working on this microprocessor to compete with us, get them working on a graphics engine that goes alongside the ARM to add more value to the architecture that you can win on. So there's a process of, it's about resource, it's about return on investment, and it's about where you deploy people. That's one thing. The other thing is we're going to create a global standard. How do you know it's a global standard? So you have the ARM architectural definition model and say this is the Bible of what it is. You all have to meet that spec, and then you'd have test things to check that it actually meets the spec. So you have to put in certain things that define and check what it is you've defined. Then the other piece is the patenting. When we started this company, in the original business plan, we're going to be the global risk standard, we're going to be licensing. We didn't have a single patent. So the first thing we did was appoint some patent agents, put a patent. So these are all little so that this is the other thing about visionaries and detail. You've got to put, I say again to the startups, you're as weak as the weakest link. If ARM hadn't got his patents right, we'd have failed. If we didn't have the architectural definition, we'd have failed. If we didn't have the validation suite. So you've got to do what you've got to do, and you've got to work out, and you've got to do them all in parallel. You can't say, well, I'll do this and I'll do that next week. You've got to look at the big picture and do everything perfectly. Same applies to a football team or a cricket team or whatever, right? It only takes one small thing to lose the game.
Okay, so throughout your life, have you...
and then the other thing was, we preached, and this is what people will say of me. Robin will keep saying, we've got this partnership business model, we're going to do this, and people eventually, you know, they said after me, they would pick up on what I said. But the thing about partnership, it is about win-win. So you're my partner, and you want this deal to help you more successful. And you're another partner, and you want this deal to help you be successful, and you want this, because you've all got different strengths. Partnership is about bringing your strengths to my strengths and creating a better solution for both of us. And each partner is different, but you have to treat them all fairly. So we joke is like, right, for Samsung they need a pound of pears, for Texas Instruments they need a pound of apples, and for Sharp they need a pound of bananas. But it's still a pound is a pound is a pound, and that's so you've got to, and what they will, the big companies in particular, will try and negotiate a better deal, and the smaller companies, there is a danger they can't get as good a deal. But it's actually about fairness and equality and balance, and that's, I guess, kind of what that's what we've done. You know, I can honestly say, hand on heart, I also say it's like your kids, right? Don't have favourites. They've all got strengths, they've all got weaknesses, they all upset you, they all make you happy. Just look at what they are and just talk about it, and talk it through. Now, the other thing I would say, Texas Instruments was the first licensee that, as a big company, had good experience of partnership. So they said, we need regular review meetings, we need to discuss it, and they helped us evolve my practical ideas into my vision into practical ways of doing things, by the review, by this honesty, by working together. So to make the partnership work, the partner has to come and play with you, and you learn from the partner as well as they learn from you. It's two-way.